Woman. Woman. I am not free, while any woman is unfree, even if her shackles are very different from my own. Audre Lorde.
All right, everybody, let's give it up one more time for Lori Hepner and Kendra Ross from Intersectionology. Wow. Woo! Amazing. Amazing. Who's seen anything like that before? Like none of us, right? That is amazing. Nothing like that exists in the world, so I know you haven't seen it. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to have you here, and this is just a taste of the kind of amazing things that are happening right now in Pittsburgh. You know, we're here tonight because of creativity and people like this who are doing great, amazing things that no one's ever seen before. So really, that's our reason for being here tonight. You know, we all come here from different places and different backgrounds. You know, we have different passions and different beliefs, but creativity is the shared idea that brings us all here together. I mean, just think about how much talent we've seen today, all the artists and entrepreneurs and makers and the people in the Innovation Salon and the amazing talks we've heard up here on the stage. It's really awesome that so much of this stuff is happening in Pittsburgh and that we can have so much density that we can fill this whole day packed through of all this amazing stuff. So I want to start out by saying, can everybody who's being awarded tonight take a moment and stand up for us? If you're up for an award, any kind of honor tonight, can you stand up in your seat, please? Please, yeah, right? Let's give them a round of applause, right? You're the people that are changing Pittsburgh. You're the people that are leading the way, so keep it up. Every person that's being honored tonight is a winner. You're not here for any reason other than that you're awesome. So we have awards tonight, but everyone here has done something great to deserve being here. So did you guys know that by 2020 that the World Economic Forum has said that creativity is going to be the third most valuable job skills of all workers? I mean, that's really an amazing thing to think about and why it's so important, why we're doing these things with entrepreneurs and creatives to help empower them and help learn to grow their business and get visibility for all the great work that they're doing. You know, creativity is more than a passion, it's power. So thank you all for coming out here tonight to celebrate the passion and the power of so many people here working in this city that's dear and near to our hearts. Speaking of which, I have the opportunity now to introduce someone who's been near and dear to the creative industries since its inception. I've had the pleasure of benchmarking creative cities all around the world with him, turning over every rock that we could find to discover the best way to build a support system for our working creatives. He's one of the smartest men I know and the life of every party. Let's give it up for one of Pittsburgh's great leaders and my partner in crime, Jim DeNova.
So carrying Kim's bags on all these benchmarking trips has been the pinnacle of my career, and I will savor every moment of those visits. No, it's been remarkable. She's quite the explorer and finding the kind of cities that are doing some remarkable things and bringing back the best that Pittsburgh has and learning from others. And I think the Creative Industries Network is really an example of, you know, pulling together all the talent that we have in our city, talent from different sectors, you know, the cross-pollination of all the things that we have in this town. And I think it's exemplified here. So, that said, it's my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Ben Pazzi, who's a creative director of Thread, which specializes in sustainable design and brand building. So after studying industrial design in the UK, he launched his first startup designing products with a net positive carbon footprint. Since then, he launched green energy competition website, consulted for clean tech, ed tech, and social enterprises. And while he was executive producer at Sustainable Brands, he launched a startup competition searching for the next generation of sustainable businesses, which led him to Thread. So let me turn it over to Ben Pazzi.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to start off by saying thank you to Pittsburgh Technology Council, the Create Festival, and just Pittsburgh in general. Without you guys, Thread wouldn't be a thing, so thank you. I also want to say ahead of time, I've lived in this country for about 7 years, and I find the first couple of paragraphs, people are just trying to figure out where I'm from. So I'll start by saying I'm from England, in the southwest, and I hope that you can adjust to my accent as I go. I'll try not to mumble too much. Okay, so what if? As designers, artists, creatives, we ask a lot of what if questions. How could we make this work? What if we tried it this way? But there's one I'm particularly obsessed with. What if everything we made, our buildings, our art, our fashion, our tech, everything, had a net positive impact on the world around us? What if the sometimes negative consequences of consumerism could do some good beyond circulating money around our economy? I studied industrial design in the UK, and I came to the realization making stuff caused a lot of problems sometimes. Unintended consequences, sometimes called externalities by big businesses. And I was worried that I was going to spend my career just designing more landfill. Until I read about cradle-to-cradle design. McDonough was an architect and Braungart was a chemist, a chemical engineer, and they envisioned a world where we didn't think of our materials as resources, but as relationships, everlasting relationships. They pointed out that waste is a human concept, synthetic, that everything we create should have an end-of-life plan built in, that all materials should be thought of as either technical nutrients that would become new products or biological nutrients that would feed our soils. As designers, they challenged us to think about what that next step might be and make it as easy as possible for that next step to happen. They've worked with paint manufacturers to make non-toxic paints. They've worked with carpet tile manufacturers to create business models where you can rent your carpet and have it refreshed every month. They've worked with NASA to design living buildings, with China to design sustainable cities. And now they're working with Amazon on that whole packaging thing. We have large, complex societal challenges to fix together, but this strategy allowed us to fix them incrementally. As the red shows, we can start off by causing less harm and evolve into actually creating more good. This has evolved into what's now become the circular economy. It's very big in Europe. I recommend Googling that later. It's going to be a big deal. Cradle-to-cradle design focuses on the environment, how to move our Earth's crust around more responsibly. But there are equally large challenges for people, us and them, you and me, not just the polar bears. Thread was the first company that I'd seen that wasn't just concentrating on environmental issues, but also the people issues. Sorry, excuse me. Ian Rosenberger was the founder. He's from Pittsburgh. He went to Haiti in 2010 after the earthquake ruined much of the country. He had no idea what he was doing, wanted to help, didn't know how, but while he was there, he wrote this in his journal. If Haiti could turn trash into money equals good. 5 years later, he figured out three things. Poverty is the absence of dignity, jobs cure poverty, and there's a shitload of trash in Haiti, like everywhere. So then it's taken him and the Thread team around 5 or 6 years to figure out how to do something about it. And we can be summed up in 15 seconds, which is a little bit depressing.
3, 2, 1.
So it might be a little bit quick, but that's what we call the ground to good process. It starts with collectors. We call them in the first mile of our supply chains, which are often like opaque, like no one knows where all our stuff is coming from. They take and sell their trash to the plastic bottles like this to center owners. These are independent entrepreneurs. We don't pay them directly. They create their own businesses and run the businesses how they want to. They buy in bulk and they sell to recycling centers that can then wash the bottles, shred the bottles, and turn them into flake. This existed before we got to Haiti, but it wasn't a resilient system, it wasn't supporting many livelihoods, it was a fledgling thing. What they needed was some hurdles moved out their way, which we helped with, but more importantly, they needed some demand so that the business could be regular, consistent, and more people would gravitate towards the industry. So Thread has been spending the past few years trying to make some really good yarn products, specifically polyester. Anything that's made of polyester could be made from our plastic, and then ultimately fabric, which we can sell to brands. And it took a long time, but our first product came out with a global brand this year. Before that, Pittsburgh brands were the first ones to try us out. Actually, Moot Bags, if you're familiar with them, they were the first people to give us a go. But now, this year, we're able to start scaling up to the point where we can have a really, really big impact. Here's what the Timberland launch looked like.
I had the chance to go to Haiti after the earthquake in 2010. In addition to falling in love with the country, literally I wrote in my journal at the very beginning of this process, if Haiti could turn trash into money equals good. What we've found is poverty is not about the absence of money. It's about the absence of dignity. It starts with a job, with a dignified opportunity to go to work in the world. My name is Ian Rosenberger, and I started Thread about 5 years ago. So we pull trash from the very poorest neighborhoods in the world and we turn it into fabric. Jobs cure poverty. This fabric creates jobs. It starts with a plastic bottle. From there, it's like crushed up, ground up, washed, turned into thread filament, and then finally woven into a canvas product when it comes to Timberland, and now they're on people's feet. Women working is really the heart of our work. Then there comes this like little Nancy who rolls through and starts rolling up super sacks with her name on them. And as time went on, she was building an empire.
Si les deux pas du sorti jeudi, on chita la caille. Et puis tout ça fait me sentir plus à l'aise. C'est parce que moi que il y a une série de clients, travailleurs, ils pas fait personne confiance que moi.
Showing people what that trash has turned into adds elegance and dignity to that work. We don't actually pick up waste. We make clothes for a living. These boots helped give somebody a job. That's the future of apparel. It has to be useful, it has to look awesome, and it also has to have purpose. Timberland's a brand that we know shares our values, but what's actually more important than that is the fact that their customers share our values too. From a bottle collector to a center owner to a washer to a yarn spinner and now to you. By just putting on your boots in the morning, you can make a difference in somebody else's life, and you can look damn good doing it.
So, being interested in social entrepreneurship, sustainable design, I've watched a ton of videos like that. And afterwards, I often feel inspired and ready to go out there and do some cool stuff. And sometimes I feel cynical, like, is that just a gimmick? Were they actually doing any good? Thread, again, what attracted me to them was the amount of work they were doing behind the scenes and weren't talking about to do this. Like, they started with the mission to do good, but how are they going to make sure they didn't lose sight of that? How are we going to make sure people know that we didn't lose sight of that? One of the strategies we have is firstly through transparency. So it keeps us honest. We publish where all of our materials come from, who collected our bottles, recycled the flake from ground to good. Visit our website if you want to see exactly what that looks like. Secondly, we hire people in the countries we work in. We're now in Honduras, and we're moving into a couple of countries in Asia as well now. We hire people in every country that help us track the impact we're having and build relationships with these collection center owners. We never want to be imperialistic and try and, despite my heritage, and come in and try and tell people how to do things. Independence for these entrepreneurs is very important for us. Secondly, we work with independent auditors. Sometimes we find it frustrating because the standards of the certifiers are lower than our own, but the brands we want to work with require the certifications. But we do it anyway. We'll do the work. We've launched microloan programs to support the entrepreneurs that need it. We've created supplier unions so they can meet every quarter and talk about what they need. We've done take-back programs so that anyone that buys a Thread product can give it back to us and we'll find an end-of-life solution for it. The video is just the tip of the iceberg. and we're really proud of that. We hope other people will care. It's a lot of work. Some of it's a little bit boring, and I have to show charts like this where we compare like regular polyester versus our polyester. But every now and then something cool happens. When we were down in Haiti to do the shoot for Timberland, Nancy, who was featured in the video, as we were walking around her center, a couple of her kids wanted to show us this. This is the lowest production video we'll ever show public. But that's what it was. And Richardson, who's our Haitian field manager, will translate the performance in a second.
Wow, good juice. Whoa. What's really good like that? This is a fiesta. Really? Do you want some? No, I don't want this thing. Ooh, look at the Tampico. It's really sweet. It's good. What is it? It is good? Do you want it? No, I don't want it. Okay. Why you throw it away? It is more important than the juice you've drunk. It is very important. Even though this water also. It's not true. It's not trash. I'm gonna show you something. Oh. You see what you just threw away? You see that bottle? This is that. This is how they made out. You see that the thing that you throw out and you don't know the importance. You say that this is trash. You see what is thread. We are all thread.
Yeah, so for us that was the more important video than Timberland, but the Timberland one had 500 million impressions. that one probably not as much. Everyone that's been part of this event is a creator. Your work inspires and solves problems every day. Everything you made, your buildings, your art, your tech, everything had a net positive impact on the world around us as well. Thanks for listening, and thanks Pittsburgh.
red eyes. They reveal themselves again like the punchline of a joke. After which the world resumes and is never the same again. Have you ever pursued guidance so fervently that you court catastrophe? Or is it catastrophe courts you, posing as a librarian? O my unmaker, lights on the shoulder of a hill, we emerged from this museum of rain into another, possibly perfectly ordinary moment.
Good evening, everyone. You having a good time? I am too. It's pretty amazing, right? I want to give a round of applause to Frank Menchaca, Museum of Rain Performance. So you're not going to hear a lot from me tonight, except I'm going to say a couple of things here and introduce a pretty incredible person. But first of all, over 70 awardees, a day like that we had today, and the kinds of people that are here doing things that we could only dream of. It's pretty inspirational. So we're going to get this party started. In the spirit of creating, we're about to give out awards to some of Pittsburgh's most interesting and successful people. And this year, we are going to recognize Artists of the Year, and these beautiful awards that you're going to see up here were created by two of our 2017 Create Artists of the Year, Ashley Cecil and Lori Hepner. And each honoree will get to take home one of these beautiful, original, handmade works of art. So we're pretty thrilled. Tonight, I have an opportunity to give our first Lifetime Achievement Award. And that goes to someone very, very special. And that is Bill Strickland, Manchester Bidwell Corporation. I know. It's amazing on a lot of notes, because this is a man that touches not just Pittsburgh, but he really touches the world. And if you don't know him, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He is the president and CEO, founder of the Manchester Bidwell Corporation, Manchester Craftsman Guild, and the Bidwell Training Center, and the National Center for Arts and Technology. He was born in Pittsburgh. He graduated from David B. Oliver High School in 1965. In 1969, he earned a bachelor's degree in American history and foreign relations from the University of Pittsburgh and graduated cum laude. His story is detailed in the 2007 autobiography, which I actually have a copy of, and that he signed. It's Make the Impossible Possible, One Man's Crusade to Inspire Others to Dream Bigger and Achieve the Extraordinary. I can think of no one in this community who deserves such acknowledgement and time that we're going to immerse ourselves in for a few minutes than Bill. So throughout his career, he has been honored with numerous prestigious awards for his contributions to the arts and to the community. He accepted, on behalf of the Manchester Craftsmen's Guild, the Coming Up Taller Award. Now, he is tall, but it's presented in the White House ceremony by the First Lady, Hillary Rodham Clinton. And in 1996, he received the MacArthur Genius Award for his leadership and ingenuity in the arts. He was chosen by President Obama to serve on the White House Council for Community Solutions in December of 2010. He also served as the chairman of the Expansion Arts Panel of the National Endowments of the Arts, also known as NEA, in Washington, D.C., and served a 6-year presidential appointment as a council member to the NEA. In 2002, he was sworn in as a member of the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities. He was also a council member on the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts and the Pennsylvania State Board of Education, a trustee at Carnegie, and a consultant with the British American Arts Association in London, England. That's just a little snapshot of who this man is. He's also a potter. He has also brought life to many, many parts of the world, including the Middle East. And he is not only just incredible in the work that he's done, but his capability to observe the moment is quite profound. He leaned over to me a few minutes ago and he said, "Arts and tech, okay, I'm getting it, I'm feeling it. But it's really the intersection of tech and the human spirit. That's really the work we're doing." I need to say no more. I'm going to bring out Bill Strickland.
Oh, thank you. You too. Oh, wow. That's cool. Thank you. Take a picture? Yeah, we can do that. Thank you. This is mercifully short. I'm very aware that the hors d'oeuvres are out there and I'm here. So the sooner I get done, the quicker you can go eat. But let me say I'm honored to be here, literally. And I also am honored to let you know that because of this award, and more importantly, the spirit of the people who are in this room and the leadership represented by this woman, this is a very big deal. For me, for the award, but also for the spirit that's in this room right now. Listen to the noise level. It's what I call a reverential spirit that's present here now. And I got it, I felt it with these artists and their cry for having the world begin to make some sense. This is not acceptable, what is happening to us. And for better or worse, I've committed myself to trying to do something about it by building training centers for people who have no hope. And I'm really just getting started. We did open a center in Israel for Jews and Arabs. They're going to school together today, and they're getting along fine. And we had nobody from the State Department involved with building the center. That's why I think it worked. We've got to cut through all this foolishness. And there are people who are starving in this community right now, and this has got to stop. And kids who are dropping out of school at the rate of 50%, particularly in the minority communities. And there's no acceptable reason why this is happening anymore. We now have 9 centers open and operating, Israel being the latest. And every one of the centers that's built feels just like this room right now. It's reverential, there's a spirit, and more importantly, what the Technology Council has created here is hope. There's hope in this room right now. I can see it through the dark. There's a light in this room. And it's that light that I think can get us out of the dark and into the sunlight where everybody deserves to be. In all the centers, Israel included, you can see the light. The Arab kids and the Jewish kids are in the light because I figured out that that's the cure for cancer of the human spirit. It's called sunlight. And it's for everybody on the planet, not just rich kids. So, as you might suspect, I'm in a big hurry. Increasingly. Because now we know we've got the answer and we've got a direction. And so the plan is to build a lot of these centers. I plan to open up at least 4 more in Pennsylvania in the next 24 months. And we've just are in conversation with the Rockefeller Foundation, and we may build 100 in the world. Yesterday, in Johannesburg, and Tel Aviv, and Haifa, and Vancouver, etc. Why? Because poverty is poverty, and hunger is hunger. And there's no good reason why anybody on this planet is going to bed hungry, not just in terms of their physical body, but their spiritual body. And we think we've got this thing dialed in. So the question for a consulting firm that came to me and said, how can we help you? They said, the question is not the 100 cities that you're going to build. The question is the 5,000 cities that you're going to build. And I said, I like the way you guys roll, man. That's exactly the point. I want to let you know and let myself know that there is no good reason why anybody on this planet is going to bed hungry. And it's got to stop. And it has to stop in my lifetime. I'm not talking about my kids. I'm talking about me and you. I'm in a great big hurry. My mother, God bless her, implanted a gene at the base of my brainstem before she died. And it blocks me from blocking out images of human suffering. So at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm watching these kids in Africa with flies in their mouth, I can't get back to sleep. I can't sleep soundly because I know that this does not need to happen. The other thing I will tell you is to reconfirm my commitment to the human spirit, because I'm a recipient of 2 lungs last year, 2 new ones right here. And I made a deal with the powers that be. You can call it God or the human spirit or the Holy Spirit, depending on your religion, that if I were spared, I would devote the rest of my life to alleviating human suffering. And apparently my offer was accepted. This award is a marker along the highway that let me know that I made the right decision and that my mother's spirit is alive and well and standing at this podium tonight. And God bless you all for what you do and what I think we're all going to do together. I'm no longer running a program. I've now started a movement, and I hope you'll join me in that cause. Thank you very much.
Wow. You can see he's pretty amazing. We're delighted to be honoring the people who are leading the way in creative industries in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to read the name of these 6 people, and they'll come up to the stage. The first one is Luis Von Hahn. He is the founder of Duolingo, and he's a friend, and he's a pretty amazing guy. Luis is an entrepreneur and computer science professor at Carnegie Mellon University who is considered one of the pioneers of crowdsourcing. He's known for co-inventing CAPTCHAs, being a MacArthur Fellow, and selling 2 companies to Google, still in his 20s. Luis is currently the co-founder and CEO of Duolingo, a language learning platform created to bring free language education to the world. He has been named one of the 10 most brilliant scientists by Popular Science magazines and one of the 50 best brain science by Discovered. So on that note, I would like Luis Von Hahn, Luis, I hope your head doesn't swell even more, but you have been a tremendous partner in this community. You can jump on stage. You're going to jump on stage? That's so, yeah. What a shocker. What a shocker. So we have an award for you right here. Here you go. This is Create.
Thank you.
And amongst all your awards, if you want to say a word, that would be great.
Thank you, Audrey. This is a very special award. I was so amazed by the ceremony, also by Bill Strickland. I'm a huge fan. So, well, I just want to say, a few years ago, we decided to start a company, Duolingo, me and my co-founder, whose name, if you don't know, his name is Severin Hacker. His last name is Hacker, which is very funny. And we decided to start a company, and a lot of people told us that we should go to Silicon Valley. We decided not to do that, and we're super happy that we're here. Hopefully we can continue growing it. We're in East Liberty. If you're ever around, we're next to the Ace Hotel. You should come visit. And thank you.
Thank you. Can I give you a hug at least?
Oh yeah.
Can I give you a hug? Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Oh, you're going to take a picture. You're going to jump down, right? No, you don't need to do that. Oh my gosh, that's Louise. Animal Studios, Downward Dog. ABC's new comedy, Downward Dog, is based on a web series created by Pittsburgh's based Animal Media Group and longtime friend of the Tech Council, who've helped us through many of our Create and Art and Tech Awards. Animal's Michael Killen and Kathy Zubek executively produced the series, produced by Legendary Television and ABC Studios. Who is coming up to receive this award? You know, honestly, this might be a thing, huh? This might be a thing. Here you go, guys. Thank you. We'll pose and then you guys can talk.
Oh.
Okay, great. If you want to say anything.
You say something. This is our first time here. We had a great privilege of working on this TV show, and it was it was a lot of fun, and yeah.
Next, we have Nisha Blackwell, creative entrepreneur, Knotsland. Nisha Blackwell is the founder and CEO of Knotsland Bow Ties, an eco-startup dedicated to sourcing and rescuing high-quality textile and material waste and repurposing it into stylish bow ties. Nisha's passion for community, creativity, collaboration, and resource conservation has led her to win Style Week 2016 Designer of the Year and the yearly Community Engagement Award in Homewood. She's a rising star. Now there's a ramp. Nisha, you do not have to jump on stage, but there's a ramp on both sides. So please come up and accept this award.
That as makers, we are usually just with our heads down, doing our work. So it's such a blessing and an honor to be recognized for all of the hard work that we put in 24/7. So I appreciate this, and this is great. Thank you.
Thank you. And our next is Jasmine Cho, creative entrepreneur of Yummyholic. Jasmine is the founder of Yummyholic, an online bakery specializing in custom cookies and cupcakes that taste as amazing as they look. She is the self-proclaimed edible artist who grounds her business in the values of creativity, culture, and community. As the daughter of South Korean immigrants, Jasmine also uses Yummyholic as a platform to explore and raise awareness on Asian American identity. Again, let's welcome up Jasmine.
Everyone, my name is actually Jasmine Cho, like Princess Jasmine. I am so very honored to receive this award. It was amazing to hear Bill Strickland speak, and honestly, when I started my business, Yummyholic, I was so determined to really just spread joy throughout the world with what I do. And honestly, over the last year and a half of just jumping into this business, not knowing what I'm doing, I think I've really lost a lot of that along the way, and my insecurities got to the better of me. But tonight and this award is such a reminder that cookies really can change the world, and I'm really set to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Our next recipients are Lenka Clayton and John Rubin, artists. Circle Through New York. Lenka Clayton is a British interdisciplinary artist, and John Rubin is an American interdisciplinary artist, an associate professor at the School of Art at Carnegie Mellon University, where he directs the master's degree program. Together, they created Circle Through New York, where they gather a diverse group of local communities in a complex system of social and material exchange. Please welcome Lenka and John.
much. I hope that this divides in half so that we can we can share it appropriately.
We're not sure how we ended up here. It's like a dream sequence.
Thank you. So it's a little bit hard to explain Circle Through New York very quickly, but if anybody wants to ask us later, we have these special circular diagrams that we can explain. Essentially, it's an exhibition that's currently in New York in 6 different places, and 6 things that are normally fixed in one place in the city have been liberated by a framework that we created to travel in a circle through New York, including the oldest song in the world and a talking parrot. So come and see us afterwards and we'll explain everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
you. Next we have Ricardo Imuri Robinson, Sonarchaeology Studios. Ricardo is a composer, sound recordist, and audiovisual artist. His work explores the sonic narratives of object and space. He is the founder and owner of Sonarchaeology Studios, a field recording service dedicated to the production of all things related to audio. A lifelong resident of Pittsburgh, Robinson has been an active member of the city's art scene and music for 2 decades. Please welcome Ricardo.
Humble people of the world. No, joking. But can I just do my Barack Obama impersonation real quick? Here we go. I spoke with Michelle, Sasha, and Malia. They said, Daddy, what we need to do is first honor Ricardo Imuri Robinson. Anyway, this is great. Definitely an unexpected surprise, like Jod said, like how did we get here? Dream sequence, but I know a lot of people in this space tonight are creators themselves, and we also have the power to destroy and recreate. Mr. Bill Strickland, thank you so much for sharing a message that definitely spoke to my heart and my spirit. So it is an honor to receive this and be recognized for some of the work that I'm doing around in Pittsburgh. So look into it because it is a conversation piece that I don't want to talk about right now. But Sonarchaeology Studios and sound is the medium that I work with. And thank you so much. Awesome.
Well, that's a tough act to follow. Hi, guys. You might notice something extraordinary about my appearance, but we'll get to that in a minute because I am here to honor 6 individuals who are a cohort from our pilot year of our Creative Industries Business Ignition program, the Co-Create program. It's our first year doing anything like this. But with all of the creative entrepreneurship that's happening and everybody that we're meeting, we realized that there was this space that we really needed to fill to help creative entrepreneurs grow their business and learn business skills and kind of get out there in a different way. So this year we welcome 6 individuals from all different creative backgrounds. You'll see there's no one type of person that fits into this program. And we're going to honor them tonight as they graduate for their first year of the Co-Create program. We are also looking for people to take part in our next program. So if you're a creative entrepreneur and you're interested in talking about opportunities and getting involved, please send me an email or get in touch with me here this evening before the night's over and I can tell you more about that. But without further ado, I'm gonna bring up our first co-creator, Ashley Cecil. Ashley is a Pittsburgh-based artist and illustrator specializing in paintings of flora and fauna. Ashley's been an artist in residence at the Carnegie Museum of Natural History and has participated in internationally renowned arts festivals and launched a line of home decor and accessories, and is also one of our two 2017 Artists of the Year. So come on up, Ashley. There she is.
It has been such an honor to be a part of this program that the Pittsburgh Technology Council has launched. For me, it's really filled a void that for many of us as creative professionals in Pittsburgh don't have access to, which is bridging the gap between our production skills, which all of us have really got down, but the business part of it. Whether or not we really want to admit it, there is a lot to running your studio or whatever your creative practice is, and sometimes it is a gap that seems like insurmountable, challenge to overcome, but programs like this are really addressing that, helping us make connections and fill the void where we're missing a certain skill, that they have mentors or other individuals that can help fill those gaps. So it's been a real honor, and thank you so much to Kim and the team. Thanks.
And you can see her, she did a lovely painting out in the glass windows that will be going away shortly, but get one glass glimpse before you can. Next up, I would like to honor Christine Bethia. Christine is a 20-year veteran of the Arts Administration working to advance the visibility of the Pittsburgh's arts community. She is the event director and curator of Artica and the founder of the city's first Eco Tech and Arts Festival, the Gaji Festival, right? How many people have been there? Let's give a round of applause for Christine and the Gaji Festival.
Well, I have to always lower the mic and she'll raise it again. But first I would just want to say thank you to the Pittsburgh Technology Council, because nobody gets anywhere by themselves, and there have been so many people that have contributed off and on through the 8 years that the Geek Art Green Innovators Festival has existed. But what really makes you feel good, and when there's at least one organization from the very beginning who sees your talent and consistently is behind you, and that has been the Pittsburgh Technology Center. So this opportunity has been really wonderful. I hope that a lot of you do take advantage of her opportunity to come forward and get some assistance if you need it, if you're new at this, because she has told us she is not dropping any of us on our heads, and all of us will be here to help you through the next session. Thank you.
Okay, so next is someone that I'm gonna just move this back up, sorry, that we just saw recently on stage in an amazing performance, breathtaking performance, Ms. Lori Hepner. Lori Hepner is a Pittsburgh-based artist and another 2017 Create Artist of the Year. She's an interdisciplinary, as we saw, fine artist, very talented dancer, very talented programmer. She's a professor at Penn State. She's very accomplished. She's actually been working with the Create Festival and the Tech Council for almost 10 years. Look, she's sneaking up. You're sneaking up. I'm still talking about you. I'm talking. I got more to say about. She consistently impresses me with her professionalism, and she's always doing new things. And we were so proud to have her be one of our co-creators this year. So come on out here and get your award.
I have to move this back down a little bit. I just wanted to thank Kim, the Tech Council, and also all of my co-creators in the program with me this year. There was a really great community that we had, and it's that ability to kind of talk through problems when you're trying to be entrepreneurial. This is a new thing for me. So I'm launching a new artist residency program next weekend called River Route Residencies. And so the goal of this is to get artists and art supporters together outside exploring and getting to know each other better. So if you're interested in either hanging out with artists for a weekend, either in a canoe or hiking, there's going to be future programs as well. So I hope it works out well. Thank you.
Now, our next co-creator is someone very special. Yeah, it is Gina Mazzata. She's the creator of this beautiful hat that I'm wearing tonight. Yeah, right? Like, I don't know if you guys got to see her whole display outside, but she makes these beautiful hats. And all of these are her own complete designs, and it's just truly amazing what she's done. She founded the Mazzata Millinery in 2012. Her work's been showcased around the city's top publications, the Post-Gazette, Whirl, Pittsburgh Magazine. She's been nicknamed the Mad Hatter of Pittsburgh. Gina and her works of art have changed the landscape of fashion for women in Pittsburgh. And let's all give a great round of applause for this beautiful creator.
I should have just jumped on stage. I'd like to thank the Tech Council. Thank Kim, you look amazing. And thank Jim DeNova and the Benedum Foundation. I had a really great time getting to know my fellow co-creators and learning with them and learning from them, and it's been a really great experience. Thank you.
And our next co-creator, you may have seen out front, they launched their product tonight. We've been working with them for the past year. They became a council member about a year ago, and they came up with this great idea for a carpooling app and worked long and hard. And I've never seen people work as hard as Heather and Dave Wechter have been working as they've been creating Tribe Pool. Let's give it up for Heather and Dave as they come up here and graduate with their new product, Tribe Pool.
Hello, I just wanted to thank the Technology Council on our behalf for the opportunity to work with the co-creators and all the mentors, and we certainly would not have done this without them. Thank you very much.
Okay, last and certainly not least, we have Monica Yope, the founder of Popcraft. Now, Monica is the founder and an instructor at Popcraft, and she hosts maker workshops all around the city at bars. She makes making accessible and fun. She's an avid crafter with a passion for helping other people be creative. And very excitingly, she has launched a new business opening on the 4th of July called Love Pittsburgh on Mount Washington. It's a craft shop like no other, but I'll let her tell you about that when she comes up. Monica Yope, let's give it up.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks to the Pittsburgh Technology Council for having me in their Co-Create program. It's been amazing to collaborate with all of the other artists and makers that we have in the program this year. And so Love Pittsburgh is our gift shop that Kim made reference to, that we're opening on July 4th up in Mount Washington. Everything is going to be sourced locally from different artists and makers in Pittsburgh. So another way to kind of give back to the maker community, and I really enjoyed being a part of it. Thanks.
Yeah, I have a few more interesting awards to give out to some very special people. Tonight, we're thrilled to have the opportunity to honor the people and companies who have exceptionally supported the Create Festival since 2008 when it started. It's almost 10 years old since it started. It's the Design, Art, and Technology Awards, if some of you remember that, like a bajillion years ago. But we've had this core group of people who have been great champions and have believed in our work. Through thick and thin, through our trials and our failures and our successes and our experiments, they've stuck with us and they've provided us with the opportunity to do all this for you. So, sometimes people say, oh, we have to talk about sponsors, but without sponsors, none of this would happen. All of these people saw something good in what you're doing and have stood behind us for years and provided us with the opportunity to do this and to honor all this great work you're doing. So tonight we want to take the time to thank the people that really make this work possible. And I'm going to start with Jim DeNova from the Claude Worthington Benedum Foundation. Jim and the Benedum Foundation had helped us to build this network from an idea to an internationally benchmarked community. Benedum's support has allowed us to provide countless creative, educational, and business opportunities for the regional creatives. So Jim DeNova, would you like to come up here and accept your award? Or back over here?
Hi, I'm back. It's great. All I want to say is Pittsburgh's got talent.
That's
There's
right.
no question about it.
That's right. Thanks, Jimmy. Next, Joe Smith from Dollar Bank. Dollar Bank has been with us since the very first iteration of this event. The very first one we did, they were there with us. It was the Date Awards in 2008. As our earliest champion sponsor, Joe Smith has been an invaluable advocate and partner in growing this festival. Through Dollar's support, we've been able to create free and open to the public Idea Fest events and host the festival at this amazing venue. They've also helped us to create a collaboration with the Three Rivers Arts Festival that's allowed us to bring all kinds of new energy to the event. So we want to thank Joe for believing in us for all these years and helping us come up with great ideas to keep improving the festival. You're back there too.
You look so wonderful now. I just wanted to say, does everybody like this venue? Yeah? And Sarah Haziz, who's the director of the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival, told me to tell the folks at the Pittsburgh Technology Council that she's penciled them in for the next 5 years. So thank you all for coming and supporting this, and wonderful day. Thanks.
Great job. Thanks for everything. And our third award tonight goes to our very newest sponsor. They came on board with us for the first time this year and have been so engaged. It's not Dollar Bank, it is. Can we get a new slide? Comcast! Woo! Okay, Paul Merritt, darn, look at you go. That was impressive. I got to talk a little bit more, but that was really impressive. So we have been so lucky to have Paul here tonight and to have so many friends at Comcast. We've made Lane Signa and Angela Churchill, and we had John Moore here earlier, and Mike Swallow. We had so many friends we've made, and they have just been such exciting partners this year and have enriched this festival like it's never been before. So we just want to thank you guys for all your new energy and for keeping this thing moving forward.
Thank you so much. We're so honored to be a part of this and to be able to use our technology and services to just spur on innovation and creativity is so thrilling to us. That's what our business is all about. So we're so proud to be able to partake in this. Thank you so much.
And before we go on to the big awards that you're all waiting for, I just have a few more shout outs I want to give to the people who've been working behind the scenes and have been supporting this network over the past year. So first, I just want to say a big shout out to Brunner and Beehive Labs and Rick Gardenier, who has been an amazing supporter and came on for the first time as a network sponsor. So you're going to see these guys at our upcoming CMO Insights events. They're going to be hosting a panel in September. So put that on your calendar to come check it out. They always have, as you can see today, I've had high quality work. They're such great leaders in what they do in Pittsburgh, and the city really wouldn't be the same without them. So let's give a round of applause for Rick and Brunner and Beehive. And then we also need to get a round of applause for our sponsors this year. We have Alloy 26, Celerity, and Desmond Architects. So let's just give another round of applause for those guys coming on board. All these people giving love to what you guys do. And we certainly can't go without saying a big thank you to the people who make all this happen. All the cool, beautiful things you see around here tonight, all the lighting, everything that's electric. I want to thank Martin and Shahira from Lux and their awesome team for making this so awesome this year. It's been the most beautiful one we've had yet. Thanks, Martin and Shahira and guys, all of you. And of course, the AWC team. It has been such a pleasure having this event here today. I think you can probably all agree that this is a great venue, and we're just so happy to be here, and we're going to take Sarah up on her offer, so that's signed in blood now. So I want to thank Joanna and Gerald and their team for just being so great and such gracious hosts to us. Idea Hunt, how many of you guys got to vote for the votings, right? Yeah, right. Okay, so they made that great platform for us, and pretty soon you're going to find out who won. We have a secret envelope down there that's coming in a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. You have to be present to win, so if you're in the running, don't leave. And last but not least, we got to thank the folks that have been making the video, Wrecking Crew Media and the Port Authority teamed up on that. And we've had BXVideo live streaming this all day and recording it. So if you missed something, we're going to have it up. You can go back and check it out and at a later time. So we'll send out a link for that in the coming couple weeks so everybody has that to share and see anything you missed. So with that being said, is that it? I'm done. So we're going to pass the baton to the next person. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, my name is Rick Gardenier from Brunner and Beehive Lab, and we're proud sponsors of the Creative Industries Network through the Pittsburgh Technology Council, and certainly today's events have been great. I'm going to go ahead and give the first award out. I can't remember the category, though. I thought there would be a slide. So it is the Design and Maker category. So the nominations are
AutoSet, Velocity Robotics. Module Incremental Housing Technology, Module. Google Pixel Case, Curve Case. Alloy 26 Co-working Space. Desmond Architects and Pharaoh's Properties. Radius Area Gas Monitor for Industrial Scientific, Daedalus. Duolingo Interior Renovations, NBM Contracting. Move In with Kira, Kira Melville. SH Plates. Tactile reproductions of the works of Andy Warhol, J. David Whitewolf.
And the winner is Daedalus and Industrial Scientific for Radius Area Gas Monitor.
again, I'm Joseph from Dollar Bank, and I'm here to present the Creative Arts Category Award. And the nominees are
Carnegie Nexus, Carnegie Museums. Start with Art. Alekia, Spilling Ink. Optic Voices, Your Mom's House. Flock, Lux Creative. Thrival Collective Conduction Performance, Bombix Collective. Body Electric, Lauren Valley. Slow Danger. Folk Dances of Nucleic Village, Nick Daniels.
And the winner is Lux Creative Flock.
Wow, sorry, I'm usually backstage, so I wasn't expecting this. This is such an honor. It was an amazing project to do and wouldn't have been possible without my incredible boss, Martin Potosny, who encouraged me to do this. Thank you guys so much.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Larry Levine, Creative Director of Celerity, and we're stoked to be here presenting the entertainment category. And the nominees are
Studio Me. Blazers with F Cancer, featuring Martin Garrick's event, Pyrotechnico. The Perfect Friend Request, 48-hour film project. Heels Museum, Argentine Productions. Stories, animated short, Matthew Bokia. Revolution music video, Tahila Spencer and Island Boy. Telling Stories podcast series, Jenny Doris. Hashtag Cake, Jose Munyean. Dollar Bank Agricultural Vignettes, PMI. Food Systems documentary series, David Bernabo.
Building Suspense, people. And the winner is the word I can't say. It's the one with the F word in it. I love it. Come on down, F word.
Thank you. Wow, this is great. I'm grateful and honored to accept this on behalf of all the employees at Pyrotechnico. We're so fortunate to be able to create oohs and ahs every day for our clients and work for such a great event. And I'll say it, fuck cancer.
Hi, I'm Marty Scorsese, and it's my, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd change it up a little bit. And it's my honor to present the Gaming and Education nominees.
The Lemonade Project, Art Up. Seeing is Believing, CPR for Classrooms. Buoys, A Ghost's Code, Sim Coach Games. Avenue of Flags, War on Terror, Virtual Memorial, Andrew Pavlik, Jordan Walsh, Tom Flynn. Happy Adams, Shell Games. Little Wanderer's Wish, Entertainment Technology Center. Forestry, Decoder. Expedition, the role-playing card game, Fabricate.io. Blossom Tales video game, Castle Pixel. Maze Tunes, Joe Waz.
And the winner is Sim Coach Games, Buoys a Ghost Code.
Well, this is an honor. We set out to start this company and mix artists and technologists to make video games, to change lives and solve problems. And we've done that, and we are doing that. And now this video game is a perfect example of using video games to connect people, to explore careers and what their interests are, especially those that are underserved or just don't know what they want to do. So we think using video games for that is pretty cool. So thank you very much. This is really a big honor, especially in Pittsburgh. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Jim Ambrose. I'm with Desmond Architects. It is our pleasure to be able to present the Interactive Category Award to this year's 2017 Create Festival.
Holofields, data synced. Render effects, motion graphics templates. Render effects. Virtual reality tour generator, Beehive Lab. Workbook software, Workbook Software, Inc. Immersive visual directory of Pittsburgh businesses, Pro from Go. Intuitive user interface for predictive analytics software, OThot and Rivers Agile. Scale, where food measures up, Savior. Leadership, mobile application, Celerity. Flippy, star in famous clips, Flippy. Skyward, personalized recommendations, Skyward.
And this year's winner is Rivers Agile, intuitive user interface for predictive analytics software.
Thank you very much. I think the people in this room know more than most that creation has two parts, idea and execution. My co-founder and CEO, Andy Hanna, who's in the audience and should be up here, he and I both had an idea about a few years ago to bring predictive and prescriptive analytics to the masses. Complicated topic, but very powerful. So with that idea, we had to move to the execution phase to bring that idea to reality. And we chose a partner of Rivers Agile to bring us to that execution phase, and we couldn't have chose a better partner. The great team of Rob, of Raleigh, and most of all, Chachi Riccardi, who is the architect of our application. Thank you, Chachi.
Hi there, Richard Porter from Community Elf and network partners of the PTC, here to present in the category of communication.
Vitamix, start your adventure, Space Junk. MSA Move, change management tool, Tier 1 performance. Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium, The Islands, beyond spots and dots. Biller, making billing thrilling, Net Health. The Journey, Brunner. CMOA's Helio Oiticica digital billboard, ITI Advertising. Remax, Realty Innovation on Red's platform, $329. New Year's resolutions, 321 Blake. Meyer, Unkovic, and Scott LLP rebranding, 4C Design Works. The Center for Daceretics.
The winner is, I can get this open. All right. 84 Lumber, Brunner, The Journey.
On behalf of Brunner and 84 Lumber, just want to thank the Pittsburgh Tech Council. This is a great honor, a wonderful opportunity. We really, really enjoyed working on this project and are so happy with how it was well received. So congratulations to all of the award winners tonight, and thank you.
Right. Hello, I'm Paul Merritt with Comcast Business, and whether you're excited to get to bed or excited to grab another drink, hang with us because this award is all about you. This is the People's Choice Award, voted on by all of you. But before we get to that, Comcast and Comcast Business are thrilled to be a part of this whole Create event. When I started in this industry almost 20 years ago, I honestly thought it was a little bit boring. I never would have imagined that almost 20 years later that broadband consumption and Wi-Fi really would help spur on creativity and innovation like it is in so many of these companies and so many of the things that you guys are doing. So we're just thrilled to partner with you guys and be a part of it. So with that said, let's get to the People's Choice Award. All right. We have two winners, so hang with me here as I announce. The first one, this is a very close one, this is why we have two winners, is Little Wanderer's Wish List. We have representative. next and final People's Choice Award is Seeing is Believing, CPR.
All right, everyone, that's it for our night. I want to thank you all for coming, and come back next year. Be part of the fun. Now go out there and create something great.